What's up, everyone? It's your boy Norn Radd89 here, bringing you another review today. And for today's video, we're going to be talking about Frozen. Oh man, like Elsa, Olaf, you can't deny that. Like, that's such an amazing. Just kidding, of course. We're going to be talking about, of course, Adam Green's directed film Frozen, the 2010 thriller about a group of friends, three friends who get stuck on a chairlift over like a few days, like in like just the middle of a snowstorm, and it's basically the fight for survival. So let's talk about this film. And I gotta be honest, being a huge horror fan, there aren't too many horror movies at all. Like, I've been like nonchalantly or like inoculated so much that there aren't really any horror movies that scare me anymore or get to me or anything like that. But this movie, Frozen, this is the first watch for me. Like, that I had to watch this. I watched it a couple days ago, and it actually did kind of get me with like a little bit of anxiety or like freaking out. Like, there was a point when like they got to a certain point in the movie where I was just like, damn, like I would just end it. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, I was just like, I was watching it, and it's just the fact that they're all trapped on this chairlift, and once you realize they're there, and then the ground starts to freeze, and the snowstorm comes in, and like as the movie ensues, and all the things happen, like it just gets worse as you wait. Like, if they would have just got off the chairlift at the beginning, like after, and of course they want to like go, skiing one last run on the thing when it's dark out and all this stuff. Like, it's just, and it's kind of like this series of events and like things, almost like Final Destination status of like how they get stuck up there. And then like they would have to like just really quick, like that first moment when they first got stuck up there, that was the best time to get down. Like, within that first hour, the snow's still fresh, the powder. We end up having like Kane Hodder. He's like the snow plow guy. He ends up driving by like, an hour or a couple hours later, like plowing the snow and stuff, and they're trying to get his attention throwing the stuff down, like, trying to like get his attention throwing pieces of their skis down and their freaking equipment and all this stuff. So it's, oh man, it was tense. And then it just gets worse and worse and worse, as you wait all night, and then the ground freezes, and then like stuff happens. You get frostbite, and one of them tries, like, of course we're going to be talking spoilers because this is from 2010. One of them jumps down and he snaps his legs, and bone breaking scenes are like, it just makes you go like, ugh. It makes you like, kind of cringe because you can feel it. You hear that snap. But this is one of those movies for real. Like, not too many horror movies get me, and this is one that kind of like had that little anxiety thing going, like ringing in the back of my head. I was just like, oh man, this is getting intense. What's gonna happen? And I thought it was really cool too that they added in the whole aspect of, we have the snowstorm, then we have wolves who end up coming in. So there's like Mother Nature's things that they have to battle as they're trapped on this chairlift together. I just wanted the three characters to work better together more. Like, they definitely end up freaking out. Like, they don't help each other at all, to be honest. Like, the three of them, like just the characters, they end up like kind of hurting each other more than anything else. And that's what kind of sucks. Like, I wish there would have been a little bit more teamwork. Maybe something else would have happened, but nah, it's kind of more one by one. They kind of slowly get picked off, and something happens to one gets eaten by a wolf, and then another one gets down, and you think he's getting away, and then finally we get left off with the girl, and she's still there. And oh man, I think they're there, like she's there, I think 2 days. Like, it's over 2 nights. I think they're there over like 48-hour period that she's stuck on that thing. But finally, like, the chair lifts kind of, like, you see like one of the screws coming loose, and it's like, oh, I'm like, once that started happening and she was like sitting in it, and she's like, oh my god, trying to worry about it falling, I was like, oh no, girl, like, let that thing fall. Just ride that chairlift into the ground, baby. Like, just freaking let it fall, get down there. I mean, she's probably scared because of the wolves and didn't want to be down there and stuff. But nah, you're been stuck up there for 48 hours. Like, fuck that. I would have been like, ride that chairlift into the ground, baby. But I thoroughly had a great time with this film. Like I said, Frozen. I actually watched this film, like, it was like 3 days ago. It was when we had our last snowstorm over here in New Mexico, and we got blasted, and like it started snowing, and like I saw it on Tubi for free, and I was like, damn, I'm just going to watch this right now because I hadn't seen it yet, and it's really good. And I think Adam Green's actually the dude who did the Hatchet films too, or he did the first two Hatchet movies. So I think he has a good direction. He has a cool style with his horror films. Like I said, this is like a thriller, but it has horror elements to it, really good horror elements, but it's very thrilling, very intense, and like, keeps you on the edge of your seat and like anxious and anxiety because, like, it's just one of those moments. Like, sometimes those kind of movies kind of get me, like Descent or like Frozen. Those would be kind of like the movies that might maybe get me a little bit when it's playing on that whole claustrophobic thing, or you being stuck alone and like trying to survive Mother Nature type stuff, or being trapped underground. Like those kind of things are pretty intense, like those kind of movies. But in terms of slashers and, you know, ghost movies and zombies and all that stuff, none of that kind of stuff scares me at all. But yeah, this one definitely was intense, got to me, but it's still a glorious film I will return to. You know, probably next time it snows out here, or next time it gets really cold and we get a little storm, I'll probably pop on Frozen again and watch this film for sure. So in my book, Frozen's gonna get an 8 out of 10. Man, this was a slam dunk, like a very thrilling, intense movie. The actors, like I said, they do a good job of portraying the role good, because they're there and you can see the intensity and being scared and being in that chairlift. But I wish they would have just helped each other out a little bit more teamwork, and, you know, maybe more people would have got alive at the end, you know what I mean, instead of just the girl. But it was cool that she ended up living too, and like that scene when she kind of passes the wolves and you see the pack of wolves like eating the friend, and like the one wolf kind of looks at her and he's like, yeah, keep going, girl, you know, stay away from our food, as long as you don't mess with our food, we're all good. Like, it's one of those movies, like I said, it was really intense, and it's cool because it's like that one locale type film. You know, there's a couple other shots before they get trapped in the chairlift, and some other stuff happens after that, but mostly, like, you know, 70% of the movie they're stuck in that chairlift. So definitely an intense thrill ride of a film I highly recommend. If you've seen Frozen, this 2010 thriller, let me know in the comments section what you thought of the film. I would love to hear from all of you. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing on the channel. I'm going to be dropping some more Batman content, but I was like, you know, just in case some people get tired of all the Batman content floating around on YouTube right now, so we wanted to talk about some other movies that I've been checking out too. So thanks for sticking around, y'all. Have a safe and happy day. Peace out.